Hey, how is it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video. Well, it is Tuesday, June 27th, time for another Destiny weekly reset. So, let's jump right on into it and see what there is to do this week. The weekly featured raid is going to, of course, be back on the Vault of Glass with the Templar and Atheon challenges. Make sure you get in there and get those sweet rewards as well as the Age of Triumph ornaments in order to deck out your Guardian. If you're doing the Challenge of Elders, this time we have modifiers of Chaff, Super Kill bonus, and Grounded. Rewards will get you a Legendary Engram and Legendary Marks, 10 of them, for your first 3 runs. The weekly Nightfall Strike is going to be Taniks Perfected, with the modifiers of Epic, Grounded, Fresh Troops, Match Game, and Catapult. So no burn this time around for the Nightfall. We're going to have to go through and earn it the old-fashioned way. The Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, modifiers of Heroic, Specialist, Exposure, and Airborne. So again with Specialist, but again also there is no burn. I just want something other than Specialist for a change. Rewards, you get a Treasure of Ages as well as 10 Legendary Marks your first 3 runs. The weekly story playlist has modifiers of Heroic, Berserk, and Specialist. As well, you can get a Treasure of Ages and 20 Legendary Marks 5 times for a total of 100 Legendary Marks. Money just being thrown around for you guys. And this time around, we are going to be in the Taken War story playlist. And for the weekly PvP events, right now we have got doubles. Make sure you do this at least one time, as this is the weekly playlist, to get a Treasure of Ages as well as some Legendary Marks. For the other play modes, we have got Clash, Rift, Elimination, Skirmish, and Rumble Supremacy. Alright guys, over in the Iron Temple, make sure you go and speak to Tira Karn, see what she's got for us this week. We have got the Memory of Fellwinter with a Discipline and Strength roll, of course. This is the one where you lose your super, but you get an extra grenade and melee charge and a small boost to all your stats, as well as your orbs grant melee and grenade energy charge for you. This one is, kind of situational. I guess it depends on the subclass who can take the most advantage of it. My personal bet is going to be the Night Stalker. It works really well with double wombo combos, but I still think that there are better artifacts for me to equip, so I don't usually run with it. That being said, if you don't have Memory of Fellwinter, go ahead and pick it up. It is actually quite fun to use. Up next, we have the Memory of Timur. With a straight strength roll, melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have a chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. And last up, we got the Memory of Perun with a straight intellect roll. Enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted for you. So there you go, that's going to be all the artifacts that Tira Karn's got for you this week. If you need any of those, make sure you pop on down there and pick it up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, down in the tower, make sure you go and speak to Shax. Pick up both of his weekly PvP bounties, as you will get Nightfall tier rewards. This time we have Back to Basics and a game of Rift. So Rift obviously in the Rift match type, and Back to Basics we're going to be in the good old Clash match type. So like I said, pick these up, get them both knocked out, and you will get Nightfall tier rewards. If you guys still need the Icebreaker, you know where to go down here at the end. Talk to Commander Zavala, pick up his bounties, most importantly, the Sunrise bounty. So for those of you still trying to get your hands on the Icebreaker, I feel for you, man. But this right here is the only way to get it, so make sure you're picking this up each and every week with all your characters and knocking out that Sunrise bounty. And for those of you doing the Crucible Quartermaster bounties, this time around we have got the Auto Rifle, Pulse Rifle, Shotgun, Sniper, and Heavy Weapon Kill. So no hand cannons this week. So that's going to do it for the weekly reset. Let's move right on in to talking about the weapon rolls. So, 0 Day Dilemma Auto Rifle. This one actually pretty interesting. This is a higher impact and lower rate of fire auto rifles for sure. And this time has Hidden Hand. Very, very good perk to have on almost any weapon. Hand Laid Stock for that extra stability, or the armor piercing rounds. Go with the Hand Laid Stock. This is actually quite a decent roll right now. Battle Runner or Grenadier, they're both good. I kind of like Battle Runner, but usually with like my shotguns and stuff. So not a horrible perk, but not too bad either. Red Dot ORA, Sure Shot IS, and the OEG Rifle Scope. So right next door here, the Party Favor, B29 Party Favor. This is pretty much a damn good god roll if you ask me. So we're going to start it off with Head Seeker on pulse rifles. Always a great perk to have. Brace frame and appended magazine. Brace frame is what we're talking about, guys. We are going to get near max stability with this one perk alone. Sure, we lose a little bit in the magazine, but it's much more beneficial to us to have that stability maxed out. So Head Seeker, braced frame, outlaw or life support, go outlaw, along with the reflex sight, which on this pulse rifle is my favorite type of sight to have. But we also have quick draw and OEG. This is a fantastic pulse rifle, guys. It's in the Clever Dragon archetype. I know it did recently take that nerf to its fire rate, but it is still a very good option. It's not quite as strong as it used to be, but still very strong, guys. Do not sleep on this one. Okay, and of course the palindrome. We have to look at it every week because it's a palindrome, you know? Come on now. Not great rolls this time around, though. We got Third Eye, Hammer Forged, Lightweight, Hot Swap, Partial Refund, True Sight, Sure Shot. Your sights are about the best thing going on for this roll this week. It's a pass, guys. Do not waste any money on the palindrome. Almost guaranteed that next week's would probably be better than what this roll is. Alright, guys, heading on right over to the Vanguard Quartermaster. Let's go ahead and see what weapons they've got. The Continental this week actually has a pretty cool roll to it. So Persistence. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it is fired. To give you an idea of how well auto rifles like this perk, anyone who's been around long enough to remember the good old Doctrine of Melting that had the Persistence on it, this is quite a desired perk for the faster firing rate auto rifles. Granted, Continental not quite as fast, but it's still a perk that works well with it. Uh-oh, look out, braced frame. Max stability pretty much, and with Persistence, this thing is going to be a damn laser beam. What else we got? Focus Fire, Hip Fire. Hip Fire is pretty good, don't get me wrong, but Focus Fire, I've always liked it. It's why I like the Suros Regime. When I put the Focus Fire on, I just feel it's almost like a mini scout rifle that just fires kind of fast. And I absolutely love the way Focus Fire feels on most of these auto rifles. So this is a damn good roll, guys. If you're looking for an auto rifle to use, maybe not necessarily the bullet hose variety, give the Continental a shot this week because it is really good. Again, we also have that reflex sight, steady hand, IS, and OEG. So very good auto rifle for you guys if you're looking for one. Another interesting one over here, we've got the Teacup Tempest. Now this is going to be the slower fire rate, higher impact of sidearms. I know even this one is still fast, but out of the sidearms, it is a slower firing rate one. And we have the perks of Rangefinder, Hand-Loaded, High Caliber Rounds, Outlaw, Cascade, True Sight, Sure Shot, and Quick Draw. So not a bad sidearm at all, guys. Rangefinder, along with Hand-Loaded, is going to make this thing be able to kill people from a ridiculous distance for a sidearm anyway. And then you throw on Outlaw. Not to mention, if you want to give up just a little bit of range, go with the High Caliber. Is actually probably what I would do since we have Rangefinder to help out with the range anyway. This is going to be making people stagger everywhere. And Outlaw is kind of fun. Melee kills would be alright. Yeah, I would go Outlaw. Although headshots are a little more tough with the sidearms, it's still a good perk to have. So very cool, interesting sidearm. If you're looking for one that's maybe a little bit slower fire rate so you have a little more control with it or something, go ahead and pick this up. Alright, Dead Orbit, what have you got for us this week? And let's see, that's right, the Extremophile. This is going to be another very nice auto rifle with glass half full. Perfect balance, again to help with that stability. We'll be doing extra damage on the bottom half of the magazine. And armor piercing rounds or hip fire. This would be the case where I'd probably go with hip fire. Reflex, steady hand IS, and OEG. So another pretty good auto rifle. Actually, out of these two, I think I would have went with my last one I was showing you guys. But this one's still pretty good, especially because it does have that glass half full. So if you're somebody who likes that perk on your auto rifles, go ahead and check this one out. The Keystone 01 Scout Rifle. Now, they've had god rolls for this in the past. This one's pretty damn good as well. So we have got Hidden Hand, no need for an explanation. You know that's a great perk. We could go Hammer Forge for the range, but we're going to probably go Outlaw with full auto. Yeah, Hidden Hand, Outlaw, full auto. Not a bad combination of perks right there. MD Reflex, Focused Lens, and the OEG Rifle Scope for your sights. Very good scout rifle, guys. If you're needing one, you could do a whole lot worse than picking the Keystone up this week. And as always, we're going to take a look at the Last Ditch 001. Hopefully we get that God roll, especially for you people that don't have Matador. Crowd Control, not a bad perk at all. Hammer Forge for the extra range, I like it, or close and or personal, but it's all about range when you're doing shotguns. Flared Magwell and Lightweight, we could go with something a little better here. Smart Drift Control, CQB Ballistics, and the Soft Ballistics. I mean, take your pick. You could go Soft Ballistics, get a little bit more range for a hit to the impact, but I don't know, you could actually take that either way you want. It really comes down to preference on what style, of perks that you prefer, but all in all, not a bad one, but definitely not the God roll that we've been looking for. The Bitter Edge Sniper Rifle. Now, this one I always take a look at now. Sure, it is the much lower impact of a sniper rifle, but you can still kill people with one headshot. The main thing I really keep an eye out for this one is because it does have the absolute highest aim assist for a sniper rifle, I think next to only one other weapon. So maybe it's not the absolute top, I can't remember, I don't have the sheet in front of me right now, but it is a very, very high on that aim assist. So whenever you can find this with Hidden Hand to give you even more, take note of it. The only thing that would be absolute God tier is if we had Short Gaze, which we do not have. Anytime you got Bitter Edge with Short Gaze and Hidden Hand, you pretty much have a sniper rifle with the highest aim assist that you're ever going to be able to get your hands on. Very fun to use for you people that like the high aim assist sniper rifles. Rest of the perks: Small Bore, Life Support, Armor Piercing Rounds, and Lightweight. So not great, but not horrible. I would pass on it, honestly, and just wait for a better roll. With this particular one, the only reason I would ever recommend running it is because you are trying to abuse, that aim assist. And if you're going to do that, just wait till you get one that has Hidden Hand and the Short Gaze, alright? Heading on up to the Future War Cult to see what they have got. And let's start it off with the Whale Hand Cannon. Of course, with Hidden Hand, always a good place to start. Small Bore, giving you extra range and stability. Armor Piercing Rounds, Quick Draw, not too bad. True Sight, Sure Shot, Quick Draw. Not a bad hand cannon. I actually already have a couple that I like a little bit better, but this one is pretty solid. So if you guys are looking for a hand cannon, I think this one's better than the Palindrome this week, if that, says anything in my opinion anyway. So, alright, moving on. The Waltz, not bad this week. We'll take a real quick look at it, but definitely not God roll. I love that you have Counterbalance. I hate that we don't have something better for the stability for it. So, Hammer Forge, Feeding Frenzy, Armor Piercing, Quick Draw, MD Reflex, Steady Hand, and OEG Rifle Scope. So, granted, I love Counterbalance on these type of weapons, but I really want a stability increase, especially if it's on the Waltz. So, definitely going to be a pass in my opinion. The Waiting Fusion Rifle, always good if you can get one that has a lot of stability to it, because it already has almost max impact. So anytime you can get a fusion with max impact and near max stability, fantastic one to use. So Eye of the Storm, Small Bore is not going to quite do it. Unflinching, yeah, Accelerated Coils, Quick Draw, MD Reflex right out. So not a great roll this time, but keep an eye out, because anytime you have one that has a, by one I mean a fusion rifle that has near max impact, if you can find one that also gets that stability up here, very, very good to use, especially in PvP. So keep your eyeballs peeled for something like that. We're moving on. And of course, it wouldn't be a week at the Future War Cult without mentioning the weekly Wormwood. So we have got Hot Swap. Not a bad perk. It's overrated by a lot of people, but it's still a very, very good perk to use. Hand Loaded for that extra range, very nice. Or Zen Moment. Flared Magwell or Hip Fire. True Sight, Sure Shot, and Quick Draw. So, pretty good. It's not what I would consider a God roll for the Wormwood, but if you need a good scout rifle, hey, this one is always a good one to grab. So those of you out there that watch my weekly reset videos here, you know how I feel about where we're heading to now, New Monarchy. What do you guys think? They're going to have anything for me? There's only one weapon I ever really look at here that I think is worth anything, and they have yet to impress me with it. So let's go ahead and see what we got. And it is not the Assembly 2 auto rifle. This is one that I love, these bullet hoses. The only problem is the stability is so low to start with on this, it's never really going to be useful for you. I mean, even if we get something like Hand Loaded or, you know, the one that gives you the big increase, it still only leaves it about right here. On these type of auto rifles, you need a really high stability in order to keep that recoil under control. I wasn't going to mention the hand cannon here, the Free Will 2, just because it's not in the most popular class right now, but look at these perks. Hidden Hand, Outlaw, Explosive Rounds. I mean, this has, you know, a little Fatebringer-esque kind of a feel to it. Sure, we've got the Outlaw, we got the Explosive. We don't have Firefly, but and we still have True Shot. This is not a bad hand cannon, guys. So if you're looking for maybe a poor man's Fatebringer, go ahead and try it out. Alright, then everybody else probably knows where I'm heading. Right here, the desk position 7 with Hidden Hand. I always like that. Clown cartridge is actually pretty decent for a sniper rifle. What do we have? Wild Hog, Ambush. Okay, so Ambush, a lot of people do like this sight. It will actually take away from your aim assist though, so it kind of counteracts your Hidden Hand right here. Lightweight, Explosive Rounds, Hammer Forge, Clown cartridge. It's actually a pretty fun and interesting roll, guys, but not quite the god roll sniper that I've got my eyes peeled out for. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you found it enjoyable, helpful, or useful. If you did, make sure you smack that like button, and in the comment section below, I would like to know, what is it out of these rolls that you're going to pick up this week? There's actually a couple of really good contenders there. So, you know, I'm just curious which ones you guys are looking out for. So, in the comment section below, let me know, if any, which weapons you're going to be picking up, and let me know why. I'd love to hear it, guys. And if this is your first time here, first of all, welcome to the channel. Secondly, make sure that you smack that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you know every single time I upload another video like this one. But, as always, Guardians, this is LVnative. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.